Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha, HaKodesh. I want to give double honors to the apostles, to the elders, the great millstone. Peace, love, honors, and salutation to the hopeful elect that are out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Palal with another lesson through the spirit and power of our Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha, HaKodesh. Shalom to you, Akim, out there, the hopeful elect, the house of David. So, we've been telling you people over and over for years, man, that there will be a famine and that they'll come after your food and all these little goodies that you women like to receive from the government. We've been warning you that, one day that he's going to take it all back. So, first, let me get this scripture real quick. This is excuse me. No, not Acts. All right, got it there. Okay. This is Ephesians. Let's go to Ephesians 5. First, it's like it. Okay, Ephesians 5, verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Right? So we walk circumspectly, meaning we're looking around, and we're paying attention to what's going on, in society, around the world, everything, everywhere, man. Because the word circumspect means to look around. Circum means circle, and spect means to look or to see. Back in the older days, the older Jake used to call their glasses, hey, have you seen my specs? So redeeming the time, because the days are evil, and you can't really redeem the time. You can't really buy back the time, so that just shows you, how much more urgent you should be, towards this work, towards this truth, because what the scriptures say, the days are evil, man. So your time and focus, like it says in Peter's, what manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness. It's a lot of wicked things going on in the background that you have to be aware of. Although certain things, you're not gonna be able to keep up with everything. You might watch your brother's video and you're like, oh damn, that's going on right now. So let's go to the article. Then I do have a couple more precepts on that. I think I want to cover at least 3 topics in this lesson, Lord willing. The spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yashai be with me. Strengthen my memory as well, because my memory is horrible. So this is Republican SNAP proposal could take food away from millions of low-income individuals and families. It says prominent Republican lawmakers and conservative think tanks have proposed cuts and other harmful policy changes to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, that could gain traction in Congress this year. These changes would cut food assistance across the U.S., making it harder for families of people to buy groceries. It says they need to eat they need to eat a healthy diet. It says proposed harmful changes would cut food assistance across the U.S., making it harder for families to buy the groceries they need. SNAP is our nation's most effective and important tool to fight against hunger. Now, what did I mention? What did the scripture mention? A famine, right? Right. So SNAP is our nation's most effective and important tool to fight against hunger, reaching over 40 million children, parents, other adults, disabled people, workers, and other low-income people each month, or about 1 in 8 people in the United States, including 1 in 5 children. Researchers show SNAP reduces food insecurity and is linked to improved health, education, and economic outcomes to lower medical costs for participants. It also supplies workers in low-paid jobs and has ripple effects in the economy overall, and in individual communities as SNAP benefits are redeemed in stores across the U.S. It says, despite SNAP's demonstration effectiveness, some Republican policymakers are reportedly considering having harmful SNAP proposal in Congress this year that would take food benefits away from families with low income and increase food security, and increase food insecurity and poverty. So these people are doing this thing. This is all done by design. It wasn't one day where they were saying that all right, whoops, we don't have enough money. No, it was always pinpointed like, yo, we're gonna take the food away from these people. And when you scroll down, it starts breaking down who's on SNAP most. So you're gonna see another big reason why they're gonna try to take this thing away. This is a long article. I actually want to get through a good amount of this article because it's sort of interesting. If I could find that part, man. But it basically goes into, Jake are some of the main ones that are on these programs. And you know how the so-called white man think about Jake, man. And I can't find it, man. Where the hell is it? I think it was towards the end of the article. Alright, man, I'm skipping too much, but whatever. So they're trying to take your food away now, people, which we've been warning you people that this is coming. So this is 2nd Ezra 15:5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we've been prophesying, as the prophets should, and as the prophets do. We've been prophesying all these things to you people for years. I myself am witness of the elders and the apostles prophesying these things years before I came in the truth, man. And the elder brothers prophesying it, man, and they're still prophesying it. So this is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, and against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence. Right? So we're prophesying to you of wars and evils and pestilence. And the famine is an evil thing, and it's a pestilence. And it's going to be a food war. So I don't know what you people are waiting for. Well, I know what you're waiting for, man. Yeah, you're waiting for your goddamn doom. You're waiting for Donald Trump to come and save your asses, which that's not going to happen. So the Lord said he's prophesying. The prophets prophesied what? Of wars, of evil, and of pestilence. And aren't we prophesying that, there will be a World War III? And you people, it's like you people choose not to hearken, man. So everything right now, it says 2nd Ezra chapter 15:49, I will send plagues upon thee. It says widowhood, poverty, famine, and sword and pestilence to waste thy houses with destruction and death, man. So these are the things that are coming to Babylon the Great. You know, the Lord said, I would send plagues upon thee, uh, widowhood, poverty, and famine. And this is what this whole now right now everything is through the roof, man. Everything is all expensive as hell. People can't afford, a damn thing right now, as it is. And here they are gonna take away your food benefits, man. And people look forward to these things. You know, especially so-called these women out here. They look forward to these first of the month payments. You know, Jake at work was just telling me about an Ephraimite that he had rented out, his house to, apartment in his house, and he said, her Section 8 wasn't paying for it, and she wasn't getting food stamps or that she was supposed to. And he said that lady was stressed, man. She was hurt. And he ended up having to kick her out because she was always months behind on her rent. So a lot of you women, you depend on these goodies, man, that the government gives you. Which Lord be with me, man. My eyes is getting heavy, but spirit's a flame of fire, man. So let's go here real quick. Isaiah the 32nd chapter. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. So this is a warning from the prophet Isaiah, because the prophet Isaiah, he saw these things, It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. And now let's look up this word vintage. Clipped, that is the great crops. Let's go in the regular dictionary and look up this word vintage. It says the year or place in which wine, especially wine of high quality, was produced, relating or the, let me see, a season's yield of that's this, a season's yield of grapes or wine from a vineyard, right? So it says the vintage shall fail. The vintage really is going into your welfare, our welfare system. Back then, the Lord told Jake not to glean everything from off their crops. They should leave a certain percentage for the poor and for the wanderer. And that was our welfare system. And now that system is failing. That system failed, and now modern day, the modern day vintage is what? These little SNAP programs, man. Now I'm not sure about Section 8. I'm not sure if I found something on that, but there was really no date or no actual source. So I really didn't want to use that article in this lesson. But that vintage is failing. Your little food food stamps program is failing. You women ain't gonna be able to get your little goodies now. And I'm targeting the women because you women are more heavily involved with these programs than men, because here in society it's harder for men to get on these programs than it is for women. Women, you get away with, man, whatever. But this vintage is gonna fail. It says, many days and years, or many days in a year, shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease. Ye careless ones, strip you, make you bare, gird you with sackcloth upon your loins, meaning you're going to be mourning. You're going to be mourning. You're going to be in a mournful state. It says, they shall lament for the teats, and let me just look at this word teats. basically, the nourishment, and that's what's SNAP. SNAP means supplemental nutrition assistance program. So they're gonna lament. They shall lament for the teats. It's like a baby cries for his mother's nipple. What does a baby get from his mother's nipple? Sustenance, man, milk. It says for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Wake up, it's the first of the month. You get your check, that nice little $300-$400 check. You going grocery shopping, man. I remember, man, I used to hang out in the projects, man. I was fortunate, Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai bless my mother. She worked hard, man. She raised me out of the projects and everything. I mean, she raised me to stay out of the projects. We never lived in the projects. I was just a knucklehead when I was younger, hanging out, in the projects and shit. But I give it to her, man. She was very strong, raising me. But I remember, in the hanging out in the projects, man. I remember how important it was for them, the people I was hanging out with, for them to get that little food stamp check, man. For that money to show up on that little card. I remember, like Jake do a little dance. I'm gonna go buy this. I'm gonna go buy that. The kids can have the frosted flakes and all that. I remember, man. It says, they shall lament for the teats and for the pleasant fields. It says, for the fruitful vine, for that card to be filled, man. All these things you gotta think in modern term. It says, upon the land of my people shall come thorns and briars, yea, all the houses of joy, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. It says, because the palaces shall be shaken, and the multitude of the city shall be lifted. It says, the forts, the towers shall be for dens. It says, forever a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. It's going into, the damnation of this fucking place. But we want to focus on these couple of verses right here, especially here, which I want to show you something right here. Let's go to the commentary right here, and let's go to my man Gil. For the vintage shall fail. So it says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, or days above a year. It says a year somewhat more, yet not 2 years, which some understand of the time from this prophecy until their troubles began. It says, by the invasion of Sennacherib, it says Assyrian, it says, and others of the continuance of it, it lasted more than a year, days with a year. So when it says many days and years, it's talking about days within a year, man. So you women, you gonna be troubled in 2025, man. Now let's go down here real quick. I just want to run down here real quick. It says, for the venture shall fail. It says, being spoiled by the enemy, or taken for their own use. It says, and so there will be no wine to cheer the hearts and make them merry. Being spoiled by the enemy by what? These SNAP programs, man. Section 8, which, Lord willing, man, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna go after that next, because a lot of you people, you depend on that Section 8. It says, the gathering shall not come. Excuse me. Of the fruits of the earth, when the first time of the gathering shall come. So in modern day, the first of the month, I forget when is the first harvest and the second harvest, man. I forgot what month that comes in, Salakia. But that's what that's going into. It says when the time of the gathering should come, and what Salakia, in which there was a feast that bore that name, there should be none none to be gathered in, the consequences of which must be a famine, which is what we're heading into with this whole SNAP program. And such there was before at the destruction of Jerusalem by the Romans. So as it happened in the past, so it'll happen again, you know. So I wanted to read more on this, but for the sake of time, we're gonna jump to the next topic, which is let me see real quick. Let me see. Here it is. So this is the next topic. Ethiopia unveils mandatory digital ID for banks. You know, and let me get this precept real quick, because I haven't. Let me get this precept right quick. Let's go back to Bible, and let's go. Let's go here. Oh, here we go. This is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. Right. So we heard the word out of the mouth of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, which is, you know, through the apostles, you know, the elders. And what are we doing? We're proclaiming it to you people, what we've heard. It said, the Lord said he will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You know? Verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die. It says, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. Right. So if we don't, you know, give you people warning, which we're giving you people warning, that this is a trial run for the MOTB. This is a trial run for the MOTB, and we're telling you, we're warning you people right now, you know, as long as this thing is just with your phone, you know, hey, it's all right. You know, you pay for what you got to pay for with your phone. But when they go into the fourth industrialized revolution, which is merging man with machine, you know, and they want to put that that rice grain in you, you know, that device, that Revelation 13 and 16, we're warning you people not to take it. So let's read up a little bit on this. Ethiopia unveils mandatory digital ID for banks. According to authorities, the policy will be implemented in a phased manner between now and December 31st of 2026, in order to allow citizens who have not acquired the FADA ID the opportunity to do so. You know, so and this is fast for a country to change its currency. This is very fast. You know, so they're moving fast, man. It says the Ethiopian government have entered, and these are fucking Cushites, man. So they kiss our asses, motherfuckers. Go take that shit. All you Cushites out there, you know, if you or if you look like a Cushite and you feel like you don't belong, you might be a Jake. But all you Cushites out there, man, go ahead, man. Take FADA, take the MOTB, do what you got to do, man. You know, it says effective since January 1st, 2025 in Addis Ababa. I don't know. Ababa, yeah. It says the policy is the first step in the phase to roll out in a to phase rollout expected to cover the entire country by December 31st, 2026. For now, the requirements applies to banking transactions like open accounts in the capital city, with plans to expand to other major cities in July before going nationwide in 2026. It says this initiative aims to tackle long-standing challenges in Ethiopia's financial system by linking bank accounts to FIDA IDs. The government hopes to reduce fraud. It says strengthen data security, and this is where the scriptures, all these people want to talk about their people of God, their Christians. Listen, if you really, the Lord said a just weight and a just balance are His delight. You know, if your money is backed by gold and silver, you wouldn't have to go through none of this shit, man. But this is just a trial run that Esau is doing behind the scenes, man. He's getting these so-called poor countries, letting them be the prototype, letting them be the lab rats, man. So let's go back here. It says back in Ezekiel 33 and 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Right, so we not gonna have your blood on our fucking hands, man. That's why we give you the full word. We don't give a goddamn if you what do you call it, offended. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way. Right, because we warning you goddamn people, man. And you know what we noticed? None of you motherfuckers are waking up, man. None of you people are waking up, and that's because the Lord doesn't want you to wake up, man. It says nor from his wicked way, and they're gonna go out there and they're gonna take the MOTB. They're gonna continue on to live to own nothing and be happy. It says if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but his blood shall I require at thine hand. And let's go to this right here. Because this is where it's ultimately going to lead. Revelation 13 and 16, and 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, now that mark going into what? Charagma, which is a stamp or imprinted mark. Then you go to the root word karax, a pale or stake or a palisade. Now a pale or stake or a palisade, it resembles what? That hypodermic needle that they're gonna inject you with that MOTB. So that's what that's going into. The whole digital ID system in Ethiopia, the FIDA, is going into what? The MOTB. That's what it's going to ultimately lead to. Now I wanted to get this real quick. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Let me go. Now, so It says 6 planets have begun to align in the sky, beginning a 2 month long, 2 month long grand aligning of planets. Soon it will turn into a 7 planet parade when Mercury joins the lineup. So this is a major sign, in heaven. It's a major sign in heaven, man. With all the planets lining up, we can expect a lot, to come from this planet alignment. So this is the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 17. And it came to pass in the last days, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord power, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. Now, does that mean that the Lord is going to start making random people prophets? No. The Lord is going to give people certain dreams, and they're going to come and tell the matter, which is happening rapidly, man. It says, and on, let me jump down. It says, verse 20, the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon shall be turned into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord. Right. And we have what coming up as well? A blood moon. So, those are the 3 things I wanted to cover. I wanted to talk about. My eyes are getting a little heavy, man. I gotta get some sleep for work. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha, HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, honors, and salutation to the whole elect. Shalom.